So hello everyone, this is Signing with Val, and today we're going to talk about Moses. And I think I've seen this sign Moses, okay? But again, I think it's one of those signs where, depending on where you live, all right? You can spell it out, Moses, Moses, okay? We're going to talk about Moses and the Red Sea. So whenever you do, or whenever you sign a title or a topic, for example, if the pastor stands up and says, my topic today is blah, 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 okay, you want to do it exact with quotes. And so that's why I did Moses and the Red Sea and put quotes. So you want to do that exactly, okay? But remember, that's not ASL. But when you're doing a title like that, make sure you put those quotes there. So first, again, I want to do it from a deaf perspective. And when I say from a deaf perspective, a lesson. Because so many times in the deaf community, they're missing the gospel or the word of God. And so first I want to just teach just a short lesson about Moses, the Red Sea, and what happened, how it applies to your life now in 2016, okay? 2016. So many years ago, man named Moses, and his job or his mission, or God told him what he needed to do, and he was to lead the millions of people out of Egypt. Well, as he was, and there's so much to the story, but I'm only going to talk about when Moses and the people were escaping from Egypt. So here's Moses. Remember we talked about the classifier, and then the people would be because they're behind him. If it was a thing where the people were, where I was talking about me, myself, standing here, and the people are facing me, then it would be that, a crowd of people, okay? But it would be this way, because they were following Moses, and there were like 1 million men, women, children, and they're going, okay? And they arrive at a Red Sea. Well, what are they going to do? The enemy is chasing them. They're on horses, in chariots. And so what are they going to do? And so think about your life. Maybe you're in a situation and you don't know what to do. Maybe you're looking for a job, or maybe they told you that your child will die, or maybe you're going to lose your house to foreclosure, whatever it is, and you're facing a Red Sea. You're facing a problem that's too big for you. You can't handle it. Only God can. Well, when Moses and the children of Israel faced the Red Sea, the water, I don't know how high, but just know they couldn't walk through. So the people, of course, they got angry again. Why didn't you leave us in Egypt? Talking to Moses and all of that. Complain. And isn't that what we do? Sometimes we complain. God, it's your fault. We blame God. We blame wife, our husband, we blame our job, we blame. But what did Moses do? He talked to God. And then, God, what do I do? We're facing now the Red Sea. The enemy is behind us. What do we do? And God said, what do you have in your hand? And remember, well, you may not remember, but before Moses, God told Moses to use a rod, okay? Like a pole. And he said, what do you have? He said, stretch it out. So he did that. And what happened? The waters began to separate. Okay, the waters. Okay, now the children of Israel, this means Israel and Moses can now on dry land. Waters were still and they're going through, and then they arrive over in the other area. And that's what happens in your life. If we just focus on God and not focus on that problem, Lord, I need. Okay, we have our list of things that we need. And we talk to our friends. Girl, let me tell you. Or we talk to our mother, our father, our sister, our brother, our BFFs. But we need to talk to God, because he has the answer, right? Okay? So maybe today, if you're facing a Red Sea, you don't know what to do. Just talk to God. Okay? So now, from an interpreter perspective, I'm going to just show you that story. Okay? I'm not going to say any words, and I hope that you can see the visual. Well, I'll say some words, sorry. So man named what? Moses. And don't assume that the deaf community knows what that means. So spell out the name. Million. This is 1,000 million. Because it was literally 1 million and maybe more people. And this is people. And they're trying to escape the enemy. The enemy. And then the enemy is behind them, chasing. Horses in chariots. You know, the reins for the horses. You should have left us in Egypt. We were better off in Egypt. Why did we come with you? Lord, what do I do? What do I do? Please show me, show me. What do you have in your hand? This rod? Yes. Okay. And it was like a wall. Wall over here to the left, a wall over here to the right. The enemy now is coming behind. Oh, okay, the water is open. They're thinking that they can go through on dry land also, right? And what happened? Moses, he turns around and he puts the same rod again. And what happens? The water began to, and the enemy is now in the water, and they're drowning. And you want to make sure you're showing that expression. Think about, when I was 7 years old, I almost drowned myself, almost. And I will never forget that day. So it's like I can really probably express that feeling, okay? But they're drowning. The enemy is drowning. Your problems will drown if you give them to God. Okay, so the water is now on them. And they said that Moses told the children of Israel, you will never see that enemy again. And I apologize. I can't remember if God said it or Moses, but one of them said it. You'll never see those enemies again. And they drown. And that's what will happen. If you give your problem, no matter what it is, no matter how big, small, doesn't matter, give it to God. And it would just drown just like the enemy drowned. Well, this has been Signing with Val. And I thank you for those that have been watching and sending me emails and just asking me different questions, interpreting questions or what have you. And as always, we say what? Deaf people can do anything that hearing people can do except hear. This is Signing with Val saying bye for now.